to derived classes. Okay, so with respect to this, a pointer declared as a pointer to base class can also be used to point to any class derived from that base. Yes, we have done with this. Suppose, for example, we are going to create the pointer variable for the base class. Assume that A is nothing but our base class, and we are going to create the pointer variable for that particular A as a star A, and we are using that pointer variable to point the derived classes. Suppose, assume that we are going to create the derived class. Okay, I will show you the example. Okay, so here in this case, suppose assume that this is our class A, and we are going to create the pointer variable for this particular class A, and B is nothing but our normal derived class, and we are going to create the normal object for that particular B class. Yes, so how we are going to use the pointer of base class to the derived class? Yes guys, we are going to initialize the pointer variable with the address of derived class, and with the help of that pointer variable we are going to call all the methods as well as all the members which are available in the base class as well as in the derived class. Okay, so this is the actual use of that particular pointer variable with respect to all the derived classes. Okay, so however, only those members of the derived object that were inherited from the base class can be accessed. So with the help of that particular derived object, we are going to access only those variables which are inherited from that particular base class, because we are going to inherit all the properties those are available in the public scope. Okay, so this is our example. So with respect to this example, they have given class, first of all, BC as a base class, and in that class, in the public scope, they have given one member variable and one member function. So in the derived class, class DC, we are going to inherit all the properties from the base class. Okay, and we are using one member variable, that is integer D, and the same function void show inside the again derived class. So how we are going to provide the call? Yes guys, so these are the different calls which we are going to provide with respect to this. So let us compile this program here as usual manually. Then I will write this particular code on command prompt, and then I will show you the actual output. Okay, so guys, with respect to this code, what is the expected output? Okay, what is the first line? Yes, what is in by the first line here in this case?
Pointer variable of
here in this case we have created the pointer variable of the base class. Clear guys up to this? Yes, next one, next line. BC base, this is the normal object which we have created for the base class. Next one, what is mean by this line guys? Means pointer variable is equal to address of base. Yes, we are going to initialize that pointer variable with the help of address of the base class. Yes guys, clear up to this? Is there any doubt regarding this? How we are going to initialize the pointer variable? So we are going to initialize that pointer variable with the help of address of any object. So here in this case we have considered the base class or the object of the base class, normal base class. So when compiler is going to compile this particular line, base pointer, okay, I'll use another color. Okay, base pointer, and it points to B variable is equal to 100. What is in by guys this line? Yes, B, with the help of B pointer you are going to initialize which variable? B variable with the value 100, and B variable is available in which class guys? Inside the base class. So what is the value of B? Is 100. Okay, so when you are going to print this particular value with the help of B pointer show, what is the logic behind the B pointer show method? Which method is going to be called guys? is either from base class or derived class. Yes, with the help of this b pointer variable, we are going to call this show method. So which method is going to be called? Is from base class or from derived class? Yes, guys, I'm waiting for your reply. Which method is going to be called?
Base class.
Base class.
Base class. So what is the expected output, guys?
Class, sir.
What is the expected output? On console,
B is equal to 100.
on console, it will display b is equal to 100. Okay, so I will write that output on the outside of that box. Okay, so this is the expected output when compiler is going to print that particular line. Next one. In the next case, what happened is DC derived means what? We have created next object
of the
for derived class, and we are going to initialize again same base pointer with the help of that derived class. Yes, clear? Next, again with the help of b pointer, we are going to initialize the b variable. So now, what is the value of b, guys? Next, again you are going to initialize the same b variable. So b variable is available because we are going to inherit all the properties from the base class to the derived class. So now b becomes 200. Yes, guys, clear? Guys, clear? B is equal to 200 because we have override that particular value 100 to 200 because we are going to use the base pointer variable. So again because we are using the base pointer, so that's why that b variable is available in that inside the base class. So that variable is going to be update. Okay. So next one. Yes, with respect to this line, b pointer and show, which method is going to be called? Yes, b pointer and show. Again, the method inside the
base
class itself. So what is the expected output? Again, b is equal to 200.
B is equal to 200.
Because inside that show function, only b variable is printed. So that's why. Next one, with respect to this line. Now we are moving toward next one. Yes, what is that? Here.
Pointer of the derived class.
Pointer of the derived class. And again, we are going to initialize that pointer variable with the help of the derived class
object of the
derived class.
Address of.
Okay, address or the variable which we have been created for the derived class. Okay, so when we are going to use this line d pointer and we are going to initialize the d variable with the help of 300, what is the expected? Yes, expected output. Here we are going to initialize the d variable which is available inside the derived class. So d is equal to 300, and when we are going to call this particular line d pointer and show method. Okay, so which method is going to be called? Is either from base class or derived class?
Derived class.
Derived class.
Yes, all of you agree? Yes, with the help of d pointer.
Yes, sir.
Compiler is going to call the method from the derived class because we are using the derived class pointer as well as the object from the derived class. Okay, means both we are using from the derived class. So that's why with the help of d pointer, when we are going to call that show method, it will directly call the method from the derived class and it will display the result. Yes, what is the then expected result, guys, here? Because inside the show method, two different outputs are there. See out. First one, b is equal to b is equal to 200 because already initialized that b variable with the help of 200 with the help of b pointer. And what is the value for d?
D is equal to 300.
300.
Okay, right. So we have done with this. Next one. What is in by this line, guys? Can anyone? Yes. Here we are going to use the b pointer variable. B pointer variable. What is in by this? Okay, I will just explain you what is in by this line particular. So this particular line is nothing but we are using here typecasting. We are performing typecasting. You know the concept of typecasting, guys? Yes, are you familiar with typecasting? Have you
No,
done
sir.
with Python? Yes, Python.
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay, I will show you the simple example. Just like suppose assume that a is equal to 10.5. Okay, so what is the data type for this a? I'm talking about the Python, guys. What is the data type? Float.
Float.
Okay, clear. Suppose I want to create one more variable b and integer as a. What is the expected output for b, guys?
10.
So here in this case, b is nothing but 10. Why? Because you are going to convert that particular a variable into b variable, but for which type? For integer type. So this is nothing but typecasting, guys. Clear? Typecasting means what? We are going to convert the variable from one type to another type in simple words. Okay, means directly we are changing its type, either from integer to float, float to integer, okay, as well as character to, or in another word, integer to character. Assume that suppose this is the variable c is equal to 5 and I want to convert it to string. Yes, how we are going to convert it to string? So
STR.
use that either character or str, and str of directly a or c. So now the output for d is in single quote as a 5. So now for this particular line, the data type for c is integer, and for this particular line the data type is character or string, whatever, as per our choice. Okay, so this is nothing but typecasting. Yes, guys, clear? Original how typecasting works? This is called as typecasting. Okay, typecasting means, in simple words, you are going to convert one form into another form with respect to its types. Okay, okay, assume that suppose here in this case, now what is the data type for b? Is integer. Okay, suppose we want to convert it into float and I'm going to pass integer. So what is the expected output for this e? Yes, guys, means you are going to convert
10.0.
so 10.0. So this one is nothing but conversion, guys. So this particular concept is called as typecasting. Okay, so similar way with respect to this. Okay, so similar way with respect to this, whatever the logic which we are using here in this case, yes, which logic we are using? We are using b pointer variable. So b pointer variable is for which class? Is for base class. Yes, guys, clear? From which class we have created that b pointer? From the base class. Okay, and we are going to convert that base pointer into which class? Into derived class.
Derived class.
Yes, DC star means what, guys? We are going to create one more pointer variable for the derived class, and whatever with the pointer variable which we are using as a b pointer, so that particular b pointer is converted for derived class. Okay, so with respect to this line, what is the expected output? Okay, here in this case, again we are going to initialize the d variable for 400, and at last, with the help of this DC star and b pointer, you are going to call the show method. So which show method is going to be called? Is either from base class or derived class? As by default is from derived class, because we are going to convert that base pointer variable into derived pointer variable. Okay, so that's why here in this case, so that's why, guys, here in this case, this particular line is going to be called which method? Is from derived class method, because we are using the pointer variable from base class, but we are going to convert that pointer variable into derived class pointer variable. Yes, guys, clear? This conversion. Okay, so So it will display, yes, b is equal to, what is the previous value for b? Is the 200. And what is the new value for d? Is the 400.
400.
Yes, that's clear. So I will execute this code. So you just tell me. I'll show you the code. You just tell me what are the different lines are there with respect to this code. So I'll write here. Okay. Yes, guys. Which class we have created as a class? I think base class as a BC. Am I right? Yes. So inside that public scope, we have used which variable? I think we have used the B variable. Then we are using the show method, and inside that show method, what is the line? Cout.
Out B is equal to.
Yes. B is equal to. Okay, I will just write as a B and B. Next one with respect to, okay. So this one is related with base class. Now moving towards derived class,
DC.
DC, and this particular DC is going to inherit
Public BC.
public as a base class. Then next, inside the public scope, I use one more variable as a D, and I'm using the same method, void show. And inside that, cout /n. First of all, I'm going to print the B variable. Yes, I'm going to print it. And next one, cout, I'm going to print which variable, guys? D variable.
D variable.
Okay, clear up to this? Okay, so we have done with two different classes. Okay, so just try to provide the calls from the main function. Okay, so what is the first one? We have to create the pointer variable for the base class. We have created that one. Next one, we are going to create the normal object for the base class. What is the next line, guys? Sorry. Yes, next line.
Base
We are
pointer
going
is
to
equal to
initialize that
address of
pointer variable. B pointer variable to the
address of object.
address of
Base.
that object base. Next, then initialize which variable? The B variable, which is available inside the base class with the help of the 100. Next, base pointer, we are going to call that show method. Okay, till time I will just show this output. Okay, everyone clear what we have done inside the main class, guys? We have created, first of all, is the pointer variable. I will write here pointer variable for which class? For base class. Yes, guys, everyone clear?
Yes, sir.
Next one,
Yes, sir.
we have created object for base class. This is normal object creation. Next one, we have initialize. We have initialized the pointer variable. Yes, guys, here in this case we have initialized the pointer variable. Next one, here in this case we are going to initialize the B variable which is available inside the base class. We are going to initialize this variable. And next one, we are going to call the show method which is available inside the base class. So once I will execute this code, it will display the output. I think output is available. Yes, output is 100. Yes, is this visible, guys, for everyone? Okay. So next one. What is the next line, guys? With respect to this, yes, with respect to this, guys, what is the next line?
Sir, your voice is not audible.
Wait, guys, wait. Electricity is gone. ठेव तिथं. Yes, guys, I'm audible, na? Hello, guys.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we'll resume with our code. Yes. So for which class we are going to create the object? Guys, hurry up. Just tell me. Now for DC class, we are going to
Sir,
create.
screen is not visible.
Okay, I will share. Sorry, I'll forget that one. Forgot that. Yes, now visible, na?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we are going to create the object for the derived class. Here we have created the object for derived class. Yes. Next one, guys. We are going to initialize.
Using base pointer, we have to initialize.
We have to initialize that base pointer.
Using base
Pointer with the help of the object or the address of the derived class. Yes, guys, clear? This step.
Yes, sir.
Base pointer is equal to address of the derived class. Means what? We are going to initialize that base pointer variable with the help of the address of the derived class. So next, again same. Create the, with the help of that base pointer variable, again initialize the b variable to the 200, and again with the same, you are going to call which method? The show method. Now, what is the expected output, guys? For whole program, first one, it will display b is equal to 100, and second one, it will display b is equal to
200.
200. Yes, guys, because with the help of this again initialization, your base pointer is going to call to the base class itself. Clear? So next one, next we are going to create the object for, pointer variable for
Derived class.
derived class star d pointer variable. Next, with then initialize that d pointer variable from the derived class object. Next, with the help of that d pointer variable, we are going to initialize which variable? Now, guys, look at this. With the help of this initialization, we have created the pointer variable for derived class, and we are going to initialize that pointer variable with the help of again the object which is available inside the derived class itself. Yes, guys. So this with the help of that derived pointer, we are going to call which class? Directly we are going to call this derived class. So that's why we have to initialize this d variable with the help of that derived object. What will happen, guys, if suppose I will initialize b variable to 300? Is this possible? Yes, guys, is this possible? Okay, just look at the output. I will show you the output. What will happen? Yes, guys, what will happen? It is executed. Why it is executed? With the help of derived pointer, we are going to initialize the variable which is available inside the base class. Yes, guys, it is happen. And which method is going to be called? the method which is available inside the derived class. And for b variable, it is going to be shown the new updated value is the 300, and for the d variable is 0. Why 0? Because we have yes. Why d is equal to 0, guys? Yes, why d is equal to 0?
Because it is not initialized.
Because it is not initialized. So it is possible with the help of derived class, you are going to initialize base variable. So now here in this case, initialize that variable d is equal to 400. And now look at the output, guys. It will show b is equal to 100, b is equal to 200, b is equal to 300, and d is equal to 400. Now last conversion, just with the help of typecasting. Yes. How you are going to perform that? We are going to convert the b pointer variable into which class?
Derived class.
Derived class pointer with the help of this method. Okay. And with the help of that, we are going to initialize which variable? D variable to 500. And again, call the same, convert that b pointer variable into derived class pointer and call the show method. Okay. Now check the last one. Yes, last two lines, guys, which is related with that conversion. So b is equal to 300 because we are not going to initialize that b variable once more. So he is going to conduct that variable from the same, and d is equal to 500 for the next pointer variable. Okay, guys, clear? After this, how we are going to using the pointer inside the derived class? Yes, guys, clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is there any doubt? Yes, Bhushan has raised his hands. Yes, Bhushan.
No, sir.
Okay. Okay. So I will share this code with you. Okay, guys, wait, I will just take the attendance. What is the date? 14/7 for first slot. Guys, listen, I'm going to take attendance for both the sessions. So that's why those are present for both the sessions. I will consider as a present. Otherwise, that will be as a absent, consider as a absent. So I will start with 4, roll number 4, Gaurav. 6. Don't unmute your mic, guys. Unmute करू नका कोणी, का तुम्ही परत rearrange होताय.
Hello, sir.